What is up, MMA fans? This is Tudor Leonte for Sherdog.com, and today I have the pleasure to talk with former UFC champion and now PFL lightweight fighter, Showtime, Anthony Pettis. Hello, Anthony. Welcome back on Sherdog. How are you today?
I'm good, man. Can't complain. I just got to Dallas, Texas, getting ready for my fight this Friday.
How has your flight been there?
Oh man, the camp was amazing. This is my first full camp in Las Vegas, so I think I've done this camp right. I made it all about me. I hired the right coaches I wanted, the right training partners, and I'm excited to go show out what I've accomplished.
Have you switched camps?
No, I live in Vegas full time. I've always had a house in Las Vegas, but I would go back to Milwaukee to do my training camps. But I just had a daughter in Vegas, so I decided to stay full time out in Nevada. I flew out Duke. Duke's been with me for the whole camp. Jorge Capetillo, my boxing coach. Diego Moraes from Brazil. He's back in my corner from Rio, so he flew in. And then my nutritionist is here with me. So I just brought my whole team out with me to Las Vegas, and the camp was all about me.
Congratulations on your daughter, first of all, and we'll see about the results of your training camp. It's been a while. You had quite a long training camp this time, right? I mean,
yeah.
I believe the last time we saw you competing was in June 2021.
Correct. Yeah. So I think the way the PFL format is, it's you got to win your first two fights or get enough points in your first fights to get to the playoffs. And I didn't make that last season, so that's definitely a motivation for me to go out there and get the job done. But I actually enjoyed my time off. This is the first time I had time off where I didn't have to worry about a fight popping up out of nowhere, or like opportunity for a weight cut, or it was like real time off, and I had my newborn baby. I got to spend literally every day with her. So it was definitely a great experience for me, honestly.
Except for your new baby, have you done anything in particular during this time of this off season? Let's put it like a true off season, actually.
Yeah, I mean, a true off season. Yeah, but no, I think the first season taught me that like this format is probably the hardest format of combat sports. Like I'm gonna fight this Friday, and then I'll have a fight 2 months later, which is 8 weeks later. So whatever injuries happen, whatever anything that happens in your first fight, you kind of got to heal really fast and get back to game plan for the next guy. So I front loaded my training camp. I started camp in January. It's about I've been training about 4 months straight. My weight cuts on point. My everything's on point. The energy's on point. So I feel like that the extra time in the camp definitely made this part easier. Whereas last year, I only did 2 months of training camp, and it was a mistake. I took some time off between the UFC, and then right away I was jumping into the PFL. But I took it as like a normal training camp, 8 weeks away, and then I had to go fight again right after that. So this time I learned my lesson.
Since you switched, let's put it cities. Now you told me that you moved to Vegas and stayed there. May I ask you a few of the names you have been sparring with over there?
Yeah, man, everybody's in Las Vegas, so there's no lack of training partners. Cowboy Cerrone was one of my sparring partners. Yair Rodriguez, Clay Guida. Actually, I fought Clay Guida. Was another training partner of mine. And then literally everybody at the gyms. I mean, there's so many UFC guys that are at Syndicate Martial Arts, at Extreme Couture, at One Kick Knicks. I usually Anthony Njokwonji, another good guy that I train with a lot. Great kickboxer. Robert Drysdale's gyms out there. So a 10th Planet. There's so many good gyms in Vegas that I never had a lack of training partners or a training session.
You just mentioned last year. I mean, your PFL path has been unfruitful. So far, you dropped back to back decisions. I believe you had your time, to think about it. And may I ask you what didn't go according to plans?
Well, first of all, I fought the two best guys in the division. If we saw their last performances, these guys, the two guys I fought are some killers. Clay Collar's, boxing and his pace that he keeps is like no other, honestly. And then Raush, he's kind of like the dark horse of the division that pops out. So I think I fought the two toughest guys, but my mindset going into the first fight, I put too much pressure on myself to be Showtime, and I looked sloppy. I was trying to throw cartwheel kicks, and I forgot to like zone into the basics and win the fight first before I tried to be Showtime. So this time around, I think I made the right adjustments to like go out there and win the basics, and then if an opportunity pops up, I'll throw a flashy kick or I'll do something that's fan friendly. And then also last year, man, the coronavirus kind of ruined it for me. Honestly, I was not enjoying my time because, we had a 3-week quarantine before the fight. And then right away, we fight back to back 8 weeks. So I was literally only home for like 4 or 5 weeks, between the two fights. And it just felt like a lot, it was like one of the things, it was hard to get motivated for, honestly. And then there was no fans in the audience. So there was a lot of things that I'm excited about that this year that, we have fans, there's no COVID test. I'm free to leave my hotel room right now. I can go walk around. So yeah, I'm excited, man. This is it feels like the old days finally. Like I can actually go, be a fighter.
Yeah, I'm guessing here that it seems like normality and life is easier outside the PFL bubble as it was last year. I'm hearing this from a lot of fighters. It was tough to be 3 weeks inside
Oh, it
there.
was so tough. And then you figure, so we were there for 3 weeks, but then every fight card was also there. So you had two weight classes per card, 10 fighters plus their 3 corners, all in one hotel floor, training with the same facilities, the same food, and we couldn't really go outside. So it was a lot, bro. It kind of felt like I was on house arrest or something. I was telling my wife that I was like, man, it feels like this how jail feels. I don't want a part of it. But yeah, I'm glad it's over. I learned I took my lessons from that. And I know for me, man, I've been here before. I've lost fights before and I bounced back, and I know what it takes. I kind of got to reinvent myself and go out there and show that I'm still capable of performing at this highest level.
Of course, and fans will have the chance to see the adjustments you made in your upcoming fight with Miles Price on May the 6th. As far as I know, you two were supposed to fight in April. Is that so?
It is so. Yeah, we're supposed to be on the lightweight card. I had an injury that forced me to take some time, extra time. So the PFL made some adjustments. Honestly, the PFL is a great organization. I can't say some better things about this organization. I mean, based on what they spent last year on the bubble alone, it's probably ridiculous on feeding all them fighters and their cornermen and the hotel rooms. But yeah, I think I didn't want to pull out the season, and it was one of them injuries that it could have been potentially a whole season that I would have missed if I would have not made that fight. So they made the adjustments. They accommodated me. Miles, my opponent, also agreed to the fight. So I'm excited to be here, and the injury's healed up now, and I'm ready to go.
And are you feeling better right now, I guess?
Oh yeah. It happened early in camp, but it was like, if I would have, the extra 3 weeks definitely helped. It was like, it happened really early in my camp, probably mid camp. It happened at a sparring session, and they gave me the time to make sure it was fully healed. I got the doctor clearance. I got cleared from the commission, so I'm here.
Speaking about injuries, if you want, of course, can you please give us an update on your brothers? On your brother?
Yeah, he's he just had his ACL repaired. I had a knee surgery when I was a champion too. It's crazy. Like when I won the belt in the UFC, I had to get my knee fixed for the PCL. And now he's fixing the ACL. He's definitely bummed out. He missed an opportunity, at $1 million at a Bellator tournament, and to show that he's the best in that division. But it is what it is. It's kind of God's plan. We both take it as like, everything happens for a reason. And I think he's being smart with it right now. He's enjoying his time off. He has a fiance that he just proposed to. He's life outside of the octagon is what he's focusing on. And I think that's very healthy for him, because I had experienced that too. I think us as fighters, we kind of identify ourselves as what happens in the cage and what happens in the last fight. And we live by that identity, where like now Sergio has to separate himself from Sergio Pettis, the fighter, and the fiance and the I'm not sure if he's having kids yet. I'm not going to say that, but he has dogs. So his dogs are like his kids. So yeah, he's finding a new identity outside of fighting. And it's very healthy for fighters to do that.
But I'm still guessing that, your goal is to have you both to be a champion in major MMA promotions at the same time, right?
Exactly, man. Yeah. So he's out for the year, and it's my year to go handle business. I've done it before, and I know what I got to do. And I did the work this camp, so I'm excited to go show what I've worked on.
As a fellow UFC champion, may I ask you a prediction for the lightweight championship fight between Charles Oliveira and Justin Gaethje?
If I have to predict, I'd say Oliveira, like for the prediction. But man, Gaethje he's a gamer, man. I know he's gonna come and bring it. But Oliveira just has a little more tools in his belt, I think. So I would if I had to pick, I'd pick Oliveira.
What about a prediction for your fight?
I'm going in there. I'm not even trying to get a knockout. I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna let whatever happens happens. I have a great game plan. I have my coaches that are feeding this to me on the daily, and I'm not gonna force anything. I'm gonna go in there and be natural, be like water, and see what happens.
I almost finished my questions. Your walkout song?
Showtime. I usually use the same walkout song. It's Showtime by Jim Jones and Tum Tum.
I won't ask why you're using that, since it's pretty obvious, I guess.
Yeah, man. I think when I got the nickname, I found that song, and man, it's been a long time. I think I got my nickname Showtime on my third pro fight locally when Duke was on his. Me and Duke fought in the same card, my coach, and I think I was 20 years old. So I'm 35 now. 15 years I've been using this song.
Yeah, and that's a pretty good song. Anthony, do you have any last message before I let you go?
Make sure you guys all tune in. PFL this Friday on ESPN. Showtime, baby.
Thank you very much again for your time today. Best of luck with your upcoming fight. Hopefully I'll hear again from you in the future.
Thank you, bro.
Have a nice day. Bye-bye.